Our hero for round number 1. Tell my opponent, take a look. Probably not keeping this hand. This hand is pretty bad. We would need 2 islands to even draw any cards, and I would have to top deck I would have to top deck island. I think we can get a better 6. And a better 6 we did. I'm gonna keep that. This deck generally wants 4 lands. That's kind of the sweet spot. Looks like we're up against mono black, mono or teachings. Mono black control is not a terrible matchup. It's not quite ideal. Now the problem here with peeping Nivix Cyclops is that we have 2 mountains, and that means we're not gonna have much gas. So I'm actually gonna shuffle these and try my luck in getting another type of spell. All right, so we have pretty much all the spells we need to finish off our opponent. Now we just need the actual kill conditions. So we're going to go ahead and get Taxing Probe our opponent. They have a Rager, our Rats. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this. It's not letting me. Okay. They have Chittering Rats, Phyrexian Rager, Gray Merchant, and blah blah. Play a Mountain and pass. I don't think we're going to use Lightning Bolt on anything. We'll just let the Chittering Rats do its thing. Doesn't really matter what we put back on top. I think, however, we will kill the Chittering Rats, actually. The reason why is it just slows the clock and makes the Gray Merchant that my opponent plays worse. I will probably have to Shadow Rift my opponent's creature to try and get somewhere if I don't draw anything in the next couple of turns. So we'll see. If anyone could please, who uses Camtasia Recorder, tell me how to not get my Camtasia Recorder to go to my second monitor every time I unpause, that'd be great. Okay, well, hold on a second. Okay, so my opponent, dang it, had, let's see, they don't have this or this. They still have the Baronmoor and the Grey Merchant. They still have, nope, they don't have the Foil Swamp anymore. Okay, so I know 2 of the 4 cards. Well, I'm not going to win by just sitting around. And if they play Grey Merchant, we need to top deck a spell to win the game. So hopefully their plan is to go Swamp Grey Merchant. And okay, so they don't have the Baronmoor anymore, so we know what the cards are in their hand. Yes. Nope, I don't want to save that. What am I? Stop it. No. Nope. They drew a Victim Knight. Yeah, see, this is what I meant. Like, this matchup is not bad, but it's not very good either. It's pretty bad game 1 because you don't have enough stuff to really deal with all their removal spells. Alright, well, that sucks. We would have won. Go ahead and preordain. We will, however, keep the Gush. Go ahead and float it. Try to draw some gas. Go ahead and ponder. We do Apostle's Blessing, which is good. Kind of just want to shuffle these away. Just try to draw something. Dispel. So we have everything we need. We just need a win condition. If we don't top deck a win condition soon, we're actually dead. I am, however, going to cycle the Shadow Rift at the end of turn since we don't need it anymore. Since we drew the Apostle's Blessing. Ugh. Unearth. That's disgusting. It's so nasty. That's rude. Ugh. And my opponent has the 5th land. Jeez. We're dead. We're at 8. We're going to 3. Sorry, we're going to 5. Can I win anymore? I don't believe so. Because if I draw a Cyclops, I can block, but then I still take 5. Yeah, I'm actually just mathematically dead. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Our draw did not work out too well. So we're gonna do a bit of a transformable sideboard here, in my opinion. So we're going to take out the Shadow Rifts and the Gut Shot. I don't think the Shadow Rift really does anything. This matchup is also kind of good because if you can go Delver or Stormbound Geist early enough, you can actually get there. Um, hmm. We can probably take out the Growth. I don't think the Growth is going to be all that good. I don't think Delver is going to be amazing. I also think this might sound stupid, but I think I'm going to take out a Kiln Fiend and take out a Gush. I think Gush is the most expensive spell that we could use, and I just kind of want to try and become a bit of a faster tempo deck. I've tried quite a few different sideboard plans against Mono Black. I've not found the perfect one, but so far just trying to be more tempo-y fast has worked out quite well in my favor because you can draw more cards than they have. So we'll see how that works out. Can't keep this hand. If this was an island, I'd easily keep. We can keep this one. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter since we're going to be cracking Evolving Wilds now. If there was a land on top of the scry, I would keep it, but there wasn't. So, you know, crack and get an island. Do a Timur Battle Rage. All right, that's not doing anything for me. Does my opponent have a Disfigure? They do not have a Disfigure. All right. My opponent does have a Geth's Verdict, however. It's interesting that my opponent decided to play around Dispel. Alright. So next turn we can actually cast a Stormbound Geist, even if we don't draw a land, which is good. Am I getting chittied? Dang it. Chittering Rats is kind of a backbreaker for this deck. Alright. 1, 2. And we'll go ahead and play Stormbound Geist and pass the turn. It kind of look like a Delver deck, don't we? Just playing Gushes and Islands and all this crap. So now I have protection against any Edict-like effects for 2 different. I cannot block. Oh, my opponent did not see that. This card cannot actually block creatures without flying, so my opponent kind of missed that. Or they misclick through, I'm not really sure which. Another Gush. Alright, well, I'm going to play Delver, and I'm actually just going to pass after I attack for 2. And the reason for that is I want to hold up Apostle's Blessing. Oh, they cycled, okay. I was like, I don't know, I guess just in case. I don't want to Ponder just yet. I understand that Ponder helps flip the Delver, but I don't think there's really a point in flipping with Ponder if I can't protect my dudes. A Rager, okay. And it Witches, alright. Raw Dog the Delver just once? Yes, into a good card as well. Alright, so we'll go ahead and Ponder. And we see Island, Kiln Fiend, Flame Slash. Well, we're not going to keep any of those. And we drew a Flame Slash anyway. I wonder if Ponder is still bugged. Let's see. I swing my opponent for 11, down to 11. My opponent swings me down to 8. I can't actually... If my opponent has a Gray Merchant, I do die. Did I play a land this turn? I did not. So let's Gush and see what I can get. We got a mountain. Unfortunately, if I kept Mutagenic Growth and I drew that, I could have actually won the game. No. I could play Kiln Fiend, but I can't protect it, unfortunately, because I had to Gush. I could also leave up the... I guess my best way to win is actually just to play Kiln Fiend. I could kill the Kambodge Witches. Now, let's say my opponent attacks with everybody, attacks me down to 7. I do actually die to a Gray Merchant. But the problem is I can't kill my opponent the next turn. Right? That would be 6, 7, 8, and I would not have enough mana to play a Lightning Bolt in the same turn. So I think what I have to do here is I have to play Kiln Fiend. I have to hope that my opponent does not have a Grey Merchant, and that I do not lose. Actually, no, I would go to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I have to hope my opponent just does not have a Grey Merchant, or I lose. And that's really all I can do. Nope, my opponent has it. Oh, my opponent has a Pestilence. That's unfortunate. And they're using it now instead of... Huh. I think my opponent just realized that using it there was not incredibly good. I will take 6. And I assume my opponent is shooting that. So if I shoot my opponent down to 9, I still don't win. I get my opponent to 1. God, that is annoying. However, if I shoot him... No, that still doesn't work. That still does not work. Jeez, I am stuck between such a rock and a hard place. Because that would just be 9. This sucks. I don't think there's anything that I can draw to actually win the game. Because my opponent is at 10. If they were at 9, this would be much easier. They don't have Grey Merchant, or else they would have just went for the win. I can kill one of their creatures. I guess that's my best option, is to just kill one of their creatures. I'm going to kill the Rager. And the reason why is because I feel like that's the best option that I have. If they have something like Unearth. I hope they don't have it now. Of course they do. Alright. So... I can attack my opponent down to 4. And then I can kill this guy. I can kill one of these, but then I just die to the Pestilence. Because all my opponent would have to do is attack me down to 3 and I would die. However, I could Temur Battle Rage, put my opponent to 1. And... Oh, wait. If I put my opponent to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they put me to 1. Would we just draw the game with the Combage Witches? Or the Pestilence? I suppose that is true. So then they would need Grey Merchant again to kill me. I guess we could draw the game. I think that's what is going to go on here. Let's put my opponent to 1. So again, I die to Grey Merchant. Or my opponent can draw the game. This is funny. I did not have the best draw this game. I kind of drew a couple of things out of the wrong order, and also missing a land drop was kind of unfortunate. But you know, them's the breaks. That does happen in Magic. So my opponent's going to attack me. So we're both at 1. Now, if my opponent has... So my opponent can draw the game. Okay, so... Good game, it's a draw. Alright, so we drew the game. I believe I'm going to be on the play again. So... My opponent has Pestilence. I don't think that changes much. And I'm not so sure my sideboard plan is actually wrong. I think we should just go for it again. I don't think my sideboard plan is actually wrong. Then again, I couldn't actually win the game. I could just draw it, so... we'll see how that works, I guess. Okay, so I was right. I was on the play again. And... This hand's not too great, but it has pretty much everything that we need. So I'm not really sure that I'm willing to discard it. I am, however, just going to pay for the. Oh wow, my opponent gets 5 lands, a guess verdict, and combage witches. Dang. Okay, so it's just swamps. Got it. And we drew dispel. So dispel's good. So we literally have everything we need. We just need a win condition and a couple more spells. And if I could click OK. All right, another Gataxian Probe. We'll just cast that. Just dig a little further. My opponent drew another guess verdict. Okay, well that's a bit of an issue. And we drew a land. Well, looks like my luck with this deck is not going over too well. Combage Witches. Don't care right now. Jeez. Alright. Well, this is usually how I beat this deck. This deck just gets really unlucky. Okay, so that's what they drew off the top this turn. They did not have the Bajuka Bog. Or, well, last turn, I suppose, because they wouldn't have played Bajuka Bog. Take one. No, my 2 Gataxian Probes went away. How will I ever delve? Okay. That's not good. Yeah. So, how do I beat double guess verdict? I don't? Cool. Alright, ponder. Oh, there's a start. Okay. I'm going to keep the preordain. And I'm going to preordain away the mountain. And then I'm going to ponder. Okay. I guess we could probe into the preordain. Actually, just pay the 2 life. Still has only double guess verdict. Okay. Preordain again. No. No. Into Evolving Wilds. Okay. So we put 2 land on the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, another land. So 11. So we have 6 lands left to draw in the top 42 cards of our deck. And we can never use this Evolving Wilds because we put lands to the bottom of the deck. Another Combage Witches? Sign in Blood. Alright. A Kiln Fiend. Alright, well, we'll go Kiln Fiend. And hopefully my opponent tries to only use 1 guess verdict and target removal it. Yeah, my opponent did not. My opponent is unfortunately too smart. Yes, this is the problem with mono black control, unfortunately. Against this deck. Although I guess I did get quite flooded with the deck, so what would really help is gush into 2 threats, into some more spells. Alright, that's a start. Ponder into Gush Lightning Bolt Island. Alright. Well, we're going to keep the Gush. And I think we'll just shuffle these away. Yes, I know I'm shuffling lands back into my deck, but I really don't want to draw the other 2 lands. And I think we'll go ahead and Gush. No. Let me see here. Maybe gushing at the end of turn is better. I mean, I'm not dying, although I am at 11. Because my opponent could just have another guess verdict or removal spell. I guess they could just do that anyway. So yeah, I guess gushing is best. Oh, actually, we don't need to float. Oh, I guess we need to float 1. Dang it. 1, 2. Couldn't make up my mind. Delver. Well, unfortunately, that's not very good. Delver into another land. Yeah, my opponent can hit it, but yeah, I don't think I want to save it. I don't think I want to save the Delver. I think I'll just sip that Kool-Aid. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh, and it's Chittering Rats. So we're gonna go to 9, and the next turn we go to 4. Yeah, I think we're pretty much just dead here. I don't really see a conceivable way to win. Alright, the GG's.